אוקיי. היי, מה המצב? עבר הזמן, מה? מאז שעשיתי פרק של אינבסטיגיישן 2. לא בא לי לחזור יותר מדי, כי הפעם אשכרה עשיתי פרוגרס. אז כן. פשוט difficult folk יצא פה. כי זה מה שאני מרגיש עם המשחק הזה, בוא נהיה כנים. בוא נתחיל. לא נבזבז יותר מדי זמן, לאט לאט אני מכין את עצמי, אני מבין יותר איפה שיש לי בעיות, ונעשה את זה full speed ahead. אז קודם, ניגש למה שהיה פעם קודמת. אז, פעם קודמת! היינו בעצם באמצע investigation עד שזרקו אותנו, פלוס מפגש עם השלושה אנשים שאשכרה היו בטריילר. לא אמרתי את זה בנוגע ללנג, שינה וקיי, אבל טכנית הם גם היו בטריילר של ה-Investigations Collection. הבסיס הראשי של Investigations 2 זה יוסטס, אדי וורטי. שברצינות אני לא יכול להיות היחיד שחושב שוורטי היא אמורה בעצם להיות כמו טוריאל. whatever. בואו נמשיך ב-Captive Turnabout. וואו, כזה מוקדם. ה-28 למרץ, 9:45 בבוקר. ה-High Prosecutor's Office, חדר 1202.
Still can't believe what happened yesterday. It was terrible, the way those two treated you.
Judge Cavell and Mr. Winner seldom mince their words. But that's not what concerns me right now. I'm more worried about the committee's reason for doing what they did. And what they might do next. I suspect it won't be good.
After Mr. Edgeworth! Are you listening to me?
Yes, of course.
So, this is it? You're giving up on the Bronco Knight case?
No, I have no intention of doing any such thing. To walk away from a case would be to tacitly accept the committee's decision. The only problem is that I don't have the authority to continue investigating. Please, Gumshoe. Okay, תודה רבה. Yes, what is it, detective?
I've got some bad news, sir. Word down at the precinct is they just arrested somebody for Knight's murder.
What? Do you know who it is?
No, but I heard they're being held in the detention center. Maybe you could go talk to whoever it is.
Good idea! Let's get down there, Mr. Edgeworth.
Even without the authority to investigate, surely I can still pay a suspect an innocent visit. Alright, we'll be on our way.
Me too. I'll see you there, sir.
But won't you be missed, detective?
Nah, everyone's busy in the prison going over the crime scene anyway.
Good. Then we'll see you shortly.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Kay. Let's go.
You got it!
Okay. Mio a suspect. The detention center, visitors room, SS23 בבוקר.
Still no sign of them, huh?
Indeed. Wait! This is just like last time! Please don't tempt fate like that. שנייה. Oh! What the fuck? מה זה? אוקיי, אני יכולה לעשות משהו, I guess. No! I can't! I just can't!
Sure you can. I told you it's just a pair of visitors.
Sounds like someone really doesn't want to see us.
No! Just talk with them, please.
One of them is a prosecutor, right?
Aren't they all super scary?
All they do is stare at you, right into your soul. Ah, you must be the suspect in the...
See? I told you!
אתה אמור להיות מקוף? Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, כל הנונסנס הזה? Okay. Why is this man so... flustered? Probably because you're being you. But I guess that's just how you are. Thanks for clearing up absolutely nothing. Hey, Mr. Suspect! You doing okay in there? We just want to have a little chat with you. No biggie, right?
Who are you?
I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's trusty sidekick. It's just a part-time gig I'm doing while I take a break from my... Oh my god. While I take a break from my real job, though. Funny. I don't recall ever employing you. And that's Mr. Edgeworth. He is a prosecutor, but he's not going to stare a hole into your soul or anything. Oh, please. Really? Really? Really?
מה קורה פה?
What the fuck? Anyway, can you first tell us your name?
It's
Saint. Simeon Saint. Well, nice to meet you, Simeon. למה פשוט לא לקרוא לו סיימון? למה סימאון? Whatever. You can call me Kay. Everyone else does. כי זה השם שלו. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. I would like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Please, Simeon. We're trying to help you. I promise. Really? Thanks to Kate, sounds like we might finally get some answers at least. Fataita. Perhaps you could start by telling us a little about yourself.
Who, me? How would anyone want to know anything about me? I'm boring. Nothing. I'm a nobody.
Do you have a job?
Well, it's not... It's hardly worth mentioning, really. I'm your average corporate pencil pusher. Like everybody... Just like everybody else, honest.
אז איך אתה הגעת לכלא?
This is going to take a while.
About you and Mr. Knight. But we're making progress. Okay. So, Simeon, do you know Mr. Knight? Come on, you can tell me.
Bronco? Yeah, I know him. Yes, we were friends.
Interesting. I wonder if he knew that Knight had been arrested.
And did you know Mr. Knight had been arrested? Yeah, I even came to visit him.
He came to see Knight. Wonder when that would have been.
And when was that, Simeon?
Oh my god.
Okay, איך אתה עושה את זה?
It was the day before yesterday, around lunchtime. I came as soon as I got the call from the cops.
The police called him? Why?
How come the police called you? He said Bronco asked him to. That he needed a favor. A favor? Uh-huh. He wanted me to bring him his chess set. The pocket-sized one.
או. אוקיי, אז זה איך שזה הגיע לשם. לא מסביר למה זה אשכרה לידו בגופה, אבל whatever.
So I went by his place, and then I came here.
A chess set.
יש עוד evidence. אוקיי, עדיין יש לי את ה-evidence.
A chess set?
Is it just me or is she getting better at stealing my thoughts?
כן, ככה זה נראה, מיילס.
You don't know everything you think is right all over your face, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
No.
Yeah, I'm not a mind reader, just an expression reader. Amazing, right? Don't you just love having a sidekick as helpful as me?
And have you read what my next move is going to be?
I sure have. There's something you want to show us, Simeon.
Indeed. Let's present it to him and see what he has to say about it.
הסט של השחמט.
So, this chess set. Oh, that's the one I brought from Bronco.
Oh, that sells that at least.
We found it next to Mr. Knight. He always had to have a chessboard somewhere nearby. I'm not surprised he had it with him when he... Simeon,
You're Mr. Knight. You were very close, weren't you?
Yeah, we were best friends. At least, I thought we were. But I guess I was wrong about that. What do you mean? If I knew him so well, why was it such a shock for me to find out he had killed someone?
It's not easy discovering that someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime. It's a very bitter pill to swallow indeed.
How could I hold a hint like this? I could never have imagined something so awful. Something's not right here, Mr. Edgeworth.
And motive.
There's just no way Simeon murdered Mr. Knight.
Yes. He certainly doesn't seem to have an obvious motive. Again, he wouldn't have been arrested for no reason either. I wonder what grounds they had for doing so. Why were you arrested, Mr. Saint?
I just don't get it. Why won't he talk to me? I don't know. Honestly, I don't. Oh, he answered you, Mr. Edgeworth. I guess he's not scared of you anymore. Thank goodness for small miracles. The cops busted into my house just running out of nowhere. And before I knew it, I was here. These policemen, was there a prosecutor with them? Yes. Some kid named the Winner or something.
The winner? Come on, mask them. Come on, mask the mask.
The rookie. I thought as much. So, did they interrogate you yet? What? I'm going to be interrogated? By the cops? But yeah, I mean, you've been arrested. You're a suspect now.
No. Oh, the detectives shower me and ready me and... Oh! They're always these hulking guys, right? Who's get your face and force you to...
Detective Dick Gumshoe reporting for duty.
Is he? I told you. Please don't hurt me. Please don't crush me under those huge arms. No, please. I'm calling the cops.
What's up with this guy, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, nothing, detective. You're just being you. I guess it's just how you are.
I don't get it, sir.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, Simeon is clearly innocent. So there's gotta be something we can do for him, isn't there? Mr. Saint. Yes? You were Mr. Knight's friend, and 2 days ago you came to visit him. You had nothing at all to do with his murder. Is my understanding correct? Yes, I didn't kill anybody. Very well. Then I will choose to believe you. And I will do all that I can to assist you. Huh? But why would you help a nobody like me? Let's just say I may not be doing it solely for your sake. I have something of a personal interest in this case. That's right! It's payback time! We'll show the store whose investigation reigns supreme!
Oh yeah! Now we're rocking!
Unfortunately, I still lack the authority to conduct said investigation. As such, my resources are rather limited and I'll need to lean heavily on the ones I do have at hand.
זה... מיילס? תהיה מוכן להיכנס לעולם של פיניקס. Let's fucking do this. קודם זה היה בטרייל, עכשיו זה יהיה ב-investigation.
Which means you, Mr. Saint. Your information will be invaluable going forward. In other words, let's see if we can't help one another out, shall we?
Oh, I just thought of something. Why don't you just borrow an attorney's badge? Then you could represent our pal here.
Now's not the time for jokes, Scummy!
זה לא הפעם הראשונה שזה קרה.
I mean, Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecutor! He couldn't defend anyone if his life depended on it!
But I wasn't kidding. I just thought, helping suspects. That's what a defense attorney does, you know?
Sure, but we can do that too! The only thing that matters is that we find the real culprit in the end. So come on! Let's get to work!
Yes, ma'am!
I'm sure you already know, but just to be clear, if our investigation ultimately proves you to be the culprit,
You'll have no choice but to treat you like any other suspect.
Oh,
But you needn't worry. I believe you. Or at least, I've decided to try. For now. Just hold tight and try to believe in us in return, if nothing else. It might help you feel a little less alone. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got some shit to do.
הקריים עשינו איזה 20 צעדים, אם נהיה ריאליסטים, ליד. הקורידור של הדטנשן סנטר ב-11:22 בבוקר.
so we took the good game in there. But we can't even get inside the main prison if to see the scene of the crime.
Maybe defending the guy in court is our best bet after all.
Gummy, can't defend for his life, remember?
Oh, Eddie. Okay. Who do we have here? Well, Philip isn't Mr. Edgeworth and the gang. What are you cats doing here? Listen, pal. If you come to harass Mr. Edgeworth again now. Hey. Easy there, Detective Flatfoot Holmes. I'm here to work. רגע, לא נתן לי, יש קרקטר שקוראים לו שולמס? כאילו הרלוק שולמס מגרייס? כדאי שאני אתחיל דווקא לחזור לזה. עכשיו שאני חושב על זה.
Work? What, you're here to defend somebody?
Whoa. They came as the nails in one. I'm just the uber intelligence one of the bunch.
Uber intelligence. Intelligentis. That's not how you use either of those words, Fender.
No, Mason, I'm an easygoing old rogue about town, but I'm actually not half bad attorney. Which is why I've been summoned to the old Jello Rooney for a meeting with a new client. Suspect is one Simonese St. Burry.
You mean Simeon Saint?
Whoa, that's speaking. No more about my job than I do.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender is a defense attorney. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I fear I might be. In fact, it could be our only option. Not so long ago, I found myself embroiled in another case that wasn't mine. I managed to worm my way onto the crime scene by agreeing to be a certain someone's subordinate. Not an experience I ever wanted to repeat, but I fear I may have little choice.
יאללה, לעסק בפרנזיסקה!
Fender,
Before you say another word, just gotta point out the fine print. A defender doesn't take on associates. Say ain't so, I hear you protesting. But pompous prosecutors are a no-go. Especially those of the Von Karma variety.
מה יש עם וולקה? Seriously, הבן אדם הזה היה בכלא! בסדר, הוא היה בכלא. אבל מיילס ופרנזיסקה, במיוחד עם העזרה של ניק.
What?
אדי, אתה ראית את החדשות שהיה עם מיילס? ליטרלי מיילס כמעט נדפק בגלל מנפרד.
I should have known he wouldn't agree to forgive me that easily. I understand why you wouldn't want to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about all things Von Karma. But please, believe me when I say, I'm not the man I was back then. I'm no longer under my own mental spell.
You better believe it, pal! Mr. Edgeworth's a changed man! Sure, he used to be the demon prosecutor. But he's not like that anymore. I do have feelings, Detective.
Gumby's right! Mr. Edgeworth's one of the good guys now. He's not just a prosecutor, he's a hero. He got me off the hook just last month.
You don't say. Well, that escalated quickly.
But he was. There's no other word for it. He was heroic, great thievery, even great filthery even.
Please, Fender. Don't you think there's something odd about the way the committee stepped in yesterday? There's more to this case than meets the eye. I'm certain of it. I can't just walk away from this. I can't. Please, allow me to help you with this investigation. Sheesh. Apart from the great Miles Edgeworth. Never let's see the day, but here we are. Oh, enlighten me, if you will. I made the leopard change his spots. Well, suppose I would have to say the courtroom itself. I've experienced so many things and met so many people there within its four walls, including some old friends who showed me a better way to be. How could that not change a person? Well, I'll be. Dude, you would never have bared his soul like that. That was beautiful. I'm even surprised you know who. And you know how much that takes. Tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start again with a clean slate. So, this is me. Edgeworth and Co. Law Officers and Defenders Senior Partner. What? Edgeworth? That's right. Mr. Fender here began his legal career as an assistant to my late father, Gregory Edgeworth. אוקיי. הגיוני. כמו שלניק יש את אפולו ואפינה, וטכנית שרוסי, ומאיה, ופרל. That makes sense.
What? Your dad was a defense attorney? So, then you know who Mr. Fender keeps talking about is.
The clever chemist hits the name one yet again. That's right, I was talking about his old man. Guess you all noticed they kept his name over the door, so to speak. Least I could do for old Gregory, really.
אבל הוא לא מת. זה ליטרלי ההתחלה של דיו 6.
Listen, Edgeworth. Miles. I'm going to level with you here. I don't trust you. Not fully, anyway. Okay, just forget about all these years you've spent licking Von Karma's boots, you know. Now I can say they've changed. I'm going to need you to prove it. Besides, you know it's what Gregory would have wanted. Very well. I accept. Okay! That's enough horrible for one day. Let's move on to the fun stuff. Hereby appoint you interim associate of Edgeworth and Co. Congrats, man. I will try to not let you down. Well, isn't this bring a tear to the eye? The prodigal's son. Coming on board at his late father's firm.
permission to come on board too? Please, Mr. Fender?
I didn't even have to ask, you know. Welcome to the crew.
Woohoo! Thanks, Captain!
Alright, guess it's time to go to work. So, where to begin? Any bright ideas, Miles?
Where were we when we were so rudely interrupted?
The person who found the body. Maybe we need to speak with the person who found the body. I just was thinking, Igor Associate. We do indeed.
Still the type to smile and nod, I see. That will certainly make my life easier, boss. Now that that's decided, let's get going!
What about me? I'm a detective. I can't just hop on board as an attorney's assistant like you guys. Assistant Bishop Myers, what are you talking about?
He has a point. I can't leave him adrift all on his own now, can I? Detective Gumshoe, I have a special assignment for you. You are to continue investigating the case under Mr. Winner. And if you happen to discover anything that seems useful, you are to notify me immediately. You're in a uniquely powerful position, Detective. And I'm going to need all of the info you can pass our way.
You can count on me, sir! I'm a real pro when it comes to letting things slip to the defense! Okay, Gumshoe.
Trust me, I know. That just this once, those loose lips of yours might be what saves our ship.
Atzlacha! Throw away the prison gates, good sirs. Because here we come. חדש 50 בפרזנט קורדור. Oh, any ideas how we track down whoever found the Bronxter's body, Miles?
I think our best bet would be to simply ask around.
Oh. Whoa! Okay!
Oh, don't you dare! Who is this? Excuse me, but oh my! Just look at you!
Are you talking to me?
Just fabulously chic, darling. Fabulously. Facial hair is so very all current, don't you think? Enchanted, mademoiselle.
Much obliged, defense attorney and defender at your service. Let's get things off on the right foot, shall we? Hello, Embracer, perhaps?
I like the sound of that.
היא נראית רוסי, זה מרגיש לי רוסי,
לא יודע למה, זה מרגיש לי רוסי.
What the fuck? Wild the kisser. היא מרגישה לי רוסיה, זה מרגיש לי כמו מה שהיה עם אולגה. זה מרגיש לי כמו שהיה עם אולגה. שאני אעשה את זה רוסי?
נראה לי אני אעשה את הרוסיה.
למה לא? בוא נראה, אולי זה ישתנה אחר כך.
Well, how else does one greet a new friend? A little smudge is entirely de rigueur, don't you think? Wow! Talk about stealing a kiss! Indeed. An act so shameless, it puts even great thieves to shame. Physical contact is very important as a form of expression for our little family. Everyone in this lovely home will tell you as much.
Hey, everyone else is hip to that. I can be hip to that too, sure. What the fuck?
Fifi Lagarde, by the way. Warden of this charming abode.
Fifi? Fifi השומרת? I guess? The fuck was it?
You may call me Fifi, of course. So she's the warden of the entire detention center and prison facility. Is she... A pleasure to meet you, Miss Lagarde. Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor, an associate who must defend this practice. I hope you don't mind me asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday? Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day, after all. Important in what way, exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps? A meeting? Oh, heavens, no. I couldn't think of anything worse. No. Yesterday the circus came to visit.
Oh. Your cast?
Oh, hello, picked up.
It was a simply spectacular event featuring some terrifyingly talented animals. Anyone who was anyone had to be there. If you were at home, you were watching the show with me. Performers set up a special stage in the yard just for us. We are one very lucky family. N'est-ce pas?
איזה שפה היא אמורה להיות? היא אמורה להיות צרפתית? חשבתי רוסיה, צרפתית?
So she was at the circus performance for the inmates yesterday morning.
עכשיו הוא מתחיל לחשוב שזה צרפתית.
Mr. Coserato mentioned a show yesterday as well. Must have been talking about the same thing. What time did the show take place? From around 8 until 10, maybe. Yes, something like that. Meaning it finished right around when the body was discovered. And by dint of having attended the show, she has a reasonably solid alibi. Oh, would you look at the time? Sorry, darlings, but I really must ditch. Or dash, whatever. Feel free to explore our home. Mi casa, su casa, and all that. Ciao for now.
איזה שפה אתה אמורה לדבר?
Well, what now, Mr. Edgeworth? Puzzle found the body screamed, and that scream was heard by one little inmate that we know of. Therefore, our first task is to question this inmate, and see where his information will take us next.
טוב, בוא נתחיל עם זה שיש את פאלי פה. אפשר לדבר איתה בסה. לא יודע מה עוד יש פה. Exploration. וואו, זה ממש גן חיות.
About the person who found the body, do you happen to know where he is right now?
Should be in one of the workshops, I guess. Usually is at this hour.
It seems the workshops are an next port of call.
אין לי לוג'יק? חשבתי שיהיה לי.
Anybody in there?
Let's try, kiddo. But this isn't a bathroom stall. Yo, you there! Can you help us out here, my good man? Yes, sir! What can I do for you? Somebody using this workshop right now? Yes, sir. One of the prisoners is in there. Just found it myself during the noontime roll call. We would like to speak with that prisoner if that's alright. Sure. I'll go fetch him right now. Won't take a sec. אוקיי, ניחשתי שזה לא איפה שהגופה. This one's all yours, Milesy boy. What? Why? Let's just not roll the dice on someone who I don't know, yeah?
I thought those were all supposed to be strong and brave.
Well, you're not looking so brave yourself right now, so let's call it even. Here they come. No!
מה היה הכל שאני עושה לי על הפרנק סייט?
אשכרה, מה היה הכל שאני עשיתי לפרנק סייט?
לא זוכר. אני אעשה פשוט אחד חדש כי יולו.
Hello. Yes, hello. I hear you wish to speak with me.
Not exactly the hung criminal we were expecting. Is he... My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a public prosecutor.
A prosecutor, you say?
The offender, attorney at law. What happened to being too scared to handle this? Listen, sorry about my pal here. He gets the weirdest ideas. Prosecutor, indeed. That'll be the day. That'll be the day. He's actually just an associate. Jeez, Miles. Get a grip, will ya? He's right. Mustn't forget that I'm a defense attorney's assistant for the time being.
That explains it. I did think you looked a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday.
So he's already spoken to winner. Would you mind answering a few questions?
No, of course not. I'll be delighted. Name site. Frank site.
This is all yours, my young associate. Sure, have the intern do everything. Why not? Mr. Side, you are no doubt aware that a murder took place yesterday. Would you mind telling us where were you at the time that the body was found?
Yes. I was in the workshop there. Working, as one might expect.
What kind of work were you doing?
Well, I'm actually retaining at the moment. I'm hoping to become a stylist, you see. A paid stylist, that is. Yes. I've been studying hard and practicing every moment I can.
An unusual field of study, being at the... befitting an unusual prison, I suppose.
And that's it! I certainly didn't see anything.
Interesting. I've barely asked him anything at all, and he's already sweating bullets. כאילו בעצם היה case אחד culprit.
So, yes, I'm afraid I won't be able to help you. Sorry.
Hold it!
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Sawit. For this interview has only just begun.
Well, I mean, even if you were to ask me,
You know something, don't you?
That's...
He's definitely hiding something. I'll need to push him a little harder to get if I am to get any answers.
צ'ס? שחמט? שחמט, אוקיי, תהיו מוכנים לסטרים לאגי.
First step is to analyze the situation. Let's take a look at our opponent.
Oh!
I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid.
Something tells me he's a good poker player. It's hard to tell much from his face. I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical cues either. I have to rely solely on his words instead. That's the only way I'll know what's going on underneath. Alright, time to take my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. Maybe good at hiding his emotions, but everyone has a tell.
Go! בואו נהיה מוכנים ללאגים. What's the condition of the incident?
Tell me, what's your connection to this incident?
Which incident?
Damarada?
Oh, well, it has nothing at all to do with me. Nothing.
Really?
I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that. You see, how can I put this? I like to think myself as an upstanding citizen. A good person, if you will.
Good person was in prison?
Forgive me, Mr. Side, but under normal circumstances, good people do not end up in prison.
עכשיו אני עושה פה סייב. כי אני הולך לצאת מהמשחק.
להפעיל be right back.
כי זה מתי שהלאגים מתחילים וזה מעצבן. זה מתי שהלאגים מתחילים, אז אני הולך פשוט לרדת פה.
אוקיי, נראה קצת יותר רגוע, אני חוזר למשחק. אפילו אין לי בעיה פשוט להשאיר את הבירה, לא לעשות את הבירה באג ופשוט לעשות את זה ישר. זה מעצבן. אבל היי, זה מה שאנחנו עושים. So you do well to tell me what you know about the incident. אני לא יכול לדבר.
How many times do I have to tell you people? I mean, I don't know anything. I swear. I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you.
My apologies, Mr. Sowit. But considering that the incident occurred right here in the prison, I find it very hard to believe you know nothing at all.
Oh, well, yes. I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true. If you're looking for the person who found the body, you'll have to look elsewhere.
The person who found the body? Why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body?
זה רק יוצא פה פרפקט, אני יכול לעשות פה סייב דווקא.
ולצאת. בשביל שיהיה לי את הרילוד.
אוקיי, בנוגע לדברים קטנים כאלה של שחמט, שעדיף שאני אגיד את זה עכשיו. אני לפעמים לא בטוח בעצם איך אני צריך בעצם להתנהג, אז אני פועל בעצם רק לפי ניחושים שיש לי. זה היה יותר obvious בקייס אחד, אבל כן, אני פשוט מנחש בדברים האלה.
Why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? I certainly never mentioned any such thing to you. Is it because you do know something you're not telling me after all?
Ah! No, I just... Or that's all. I'm simply a pet stylist in trading. I don't know anything.
0 kilobytes per second. aka הסטרים לא עושה load. אולי הבירה הבאה ישדר את זה? הנה עכשיו הסטרים חוזר. אוקיי, זה מחק לי, אז אני אעשה רגע דברים מחדש. אני אעשה לואוד סייב הקודם. רק לרגע. תביא אותי לפה. הנה. נעשה את זה מחדש פה. לסקנד. זה חתך את זה? Are you serious? אוקיי, whatever. whatever. אני עשיתי את זה basically, זה רק היה בשביל לעשות דיאלוג. שיהיה אפשר לעשות את ה-voice acting, אבל טכנית זה רק הדיאלוג. יש לי את האופציה להמשיך טכנית. אני שונא את השחמט בגלל שזה דופק לי את הסייבים.
זה הגיע אותי לפה? I'm simply a pet stylist in trading. I don't know anything truly.
There's no doubt about it now. This man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday, the day before the incident. My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. It's time to smash that mark of his and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Tell me about the day. Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right?
Well, the day of the incident? Oh gosh, I mean, so much happened.
What were you doing? I want to know what you were doing, Mr. Sowet, in detail.
I told you, I'm a pet stylist in trading. And that's what I was doing yesterday. Trading. Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim.
You didn't notice any commotion at the time of the incident? I would imagine if things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here. נעשה פה סייב. אני שונא את השחמט כי זה מחייב אותי לצאת מהמשחק או לעשות אובר סייבים.
Well, commotion, you say? No, not really. Maybe I heard someone, but...
Were you screaming? You heard someone? Was this someone screaming by any chance? And don't try to tell me you don't remember. You continue to assert that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Sowett. But I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it. Oh my god.
No, I thought I heard someone yelling, but I don't really remember.
The fact that you heard a scream at the time of the murder may well prove to be a useful clue.
Oh! Clue? But one sentence?
I would do well to bear it in mind.
What?
If you really had nothing to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right?
Well, the day of the incident.
Gosh, I mean, so much happened. How were things in prison? What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning?
I really don't remember. Don't have the best memory, I'm afraid.
Time to deploy my clue.
You said that you heard a scream.
Don't remember? Please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream.
No, but I might have been mistaken. The truth is, I really don't remember.
Your memory fails you yet again? How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Sowett.
Oh, she said Mr. Did It? Oh my god.
How dare you talk me like... I mean, I'm not lying. Look, if you must know, when I'm working with the animals and I get to the zone, they're all I see.
Am I to understand that you have something of a talent for animal grooming then?
Well, my sister technique could use a little work, but that's I'm quite good with the animals. They seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming down when they get scared.
Scared? And when exactly do they get scared? Surely it doesn't happen very often.
Well, that's... no, thankfully it doesn't.
The scream would only frighten them.
A loud scream would certainly frighten the animals, wouldn't it? Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream?
What is it you're hiding, Mr. Sowett? Tell me.
Ah! I can assure you, I'm not hiding anything. Nah, I'll admit I really did hear somebody scream. But I'm not hiding anything, I promise.
The mask is finally beginning to crack.
כן, נראה שאני חייב לעשות abuse ל-save files בחלקים של השחמט, או שיהיה לי lag. Are you serious?
The mask is finally beginning to crack, and you said זה שוב כי אני לא זוכר. Now to shatter it completely by asking about the scream itself in more detail. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Sowett. That hiding things for me never ends well for my opponent. When? When did you hear this scream?
No, wait. Now remember? I forgot about the show. They put on the show for us prisoners all the time of the incident, you see. Yes, performing animals if I remember rightly. That's where I was in the morning.
So now you wish that you claimed this... that you didn't hear a scream because you were at the show. You do realize it goes completely against everything you told me so far.
If only what you got them to do about it, huh? That is, America is catchy, as they say. The animal show had to be seen to be believed.
It did it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see?
Let me think. A whale?
What? You weren't actually at the show. Enough of your lies! You were nowhere near the show, were you?
Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I was, maybe I wasn't.
It's clear that Mr. Sowit wasn't at the show. This feels like a vital clue. אני הולך לעשות סייב לכלוב בשביל שלא יהיה לי בעיה עם סטרימלאבס! Who did you hear? Who did you hear screaming?
Wait, I just realized I made a mistake. When the incident happened, I was out in the yard, yes. No, I didn't hear anyone screaming. No one at all.
והיה עוד איפה שהיה הזה. Time to deploy my clue. You weren't at any show. How long are you planning to keep up these lies? I already know that you weren't at the show. The game's up, Mr. Sowit. It's high time you told me the truth. הגיע הזמן לעשות save it again. נראה שזה הדרך היחידה שיכול לעשות את זה high abuse לסייב. I demand to know about this scream. Now.
I can't tell you what I don't know. I didn't hear any scream, not from the person who found the body.
It wasn't the victim's. Well.
If you have anything to ask me, I do need to be going.
Perhaps a little more proactivity is called for. Huh? Mr. Sowit may be good at hiding his emotions, but he also has a tell. I just need to watch for it and respond. Who won't at any show. Wasn't the victim. How curious. Most people would assume the scream had come from the victim. So then, why did you think it came from the person who found the body? Oh, okay, so can I answer?
I made a mistake, that's all.
How, Mr. Sowit? How did you know that it was the person that found the body who screamed?
It's,
Because you were the one who found the body. Shall I tell you? You knew because it was you who found the body. And the scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you!
How did you? It's true. I admit it, but what gives you the right to treat people like this?
Checkmate. Let's go! ועכשיו בחיים לא נחזור למיינדשס הזה. ביי ביי. אחרי הלייב הזה אני הולך לברר מה לעזאזל קורה לי עם האינטרנט. Now that we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Sowit. I believe you have lost any standing. You might have had to withhold your cooperation.
All right, you win. Well, I'm sure I won't have anything useful to tell you.
Probably isn't even worth your time. That's not for you to decide. By my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure that end.
Except that's not exactly exactly what we're here to do, is it?
What do you mean?
We're not trying to expose the truth. We're trying to save Simeon.
Fuck? לא יודע מה זה היה. בדרך כלל אני עוצרת עליי מתי שיש לי שיחה, אבל... זה היה פשוט מספר. אני לא יודע אם זה יהיה משהו מיוחד, אני לא קיבלתי משהו.
That's what we do now, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney's assistant.
The KMA still said, you need to listen to the kid more, you know? The client has requested the services of Edgeworth & Co. And as your old man always said, your relationship with your clients comes before everything else. So you think that Mr. Saint's well-being is taking a back seat for some quest for the truth? Well, let's just say I don't like to fire people, so I need you to fight against your instincts a little harder, yeah? This will take some getting used to. In any case, the importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Sowett, I'm asking once more, what happened when you found the body?
I was in the workshop there by myself, practicing what I'd learned. I don't remember how, but I found myself in from the door to the other workshop. I happened to peek in through the little window. Then, I saw him lying there. The man, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself screaming in sheer terror.
Let me get this straight. The room you were in is next to the one where the corpse was found.
Yes, that's right. I was in workshop B.
And you were there the whole day?
Yes, from the 7 a.m. roll call onwards. There were 3 roll calls a day, you see. 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m.
And they check who's in the workshop during roll call, correct?
That's right.
Nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 a.m. Which means the knight's body wasn't in the workshop yet at that point in time. Guess that means the murder took place after 7 p.m.
Which puts it right around the time the show was happening. Ah, yes, the show. I remember the other prisoners going to see it.
And therefore, anybody who wasn't at the show has no alibi. Would that be a fair assessment, Mr. Sowett?
I guess so, but I only found the body, I swear.
There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Sowett's testimony. Reading it out shall be my first priority. Obviously, there's contradiction about court. I remember how, but I found myself from the door of the other workshop. I better peek in for the little one. Oh! Detection shell bracelet. אמרו משהו על האזעקות? כי לא נראה לי שאמרו שהיה אזעקה. אוקיי, יופי. Enough of these pathetic lies, Mr. Sowett. I'm afraid you've really lost sight of what you are.
What I am? I know precisely what I am. I'm a former newspaper salesman who's training to be a pet stylist.
Hold it!
But that's not all you are, is it? Or did you forget the bracelet you wear around your wrist? A bracelet that marks you as a prisoner, and therefore unable to move around as you please. As we both know, stepping outside that door would have sounded an alarm.
Well, that's...
But there's no way you could have looked into the other workshop without leaving the room you were in. Ooh-wee. Stylishly done, Edgeru. Edgeru.
But that doesn't mean that Mr. Side can't have found the body then.
Good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Side himself can explain.
Oh, actually, I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Sorry about that. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body if you like.
By all means, go ahead.
There's a little trick prisoners know about, you see. As long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. That's how I was able to peek through the window and into the workshop next door.
Huh.
Inside, I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright.
So he's saying he was able to take a look next door because he had kept his arm inside workshop B as he leaned out.
Please don't tell anyone our little trick, especially not the guards. Please.
Is this it? Is this all he was hiding? I better dig a little deeper into his testimony just in case. Okay, Zelma players, obviously. What trick would prisoners know about? As long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. But I was able to get into the next window. And into the workshop next door. That's why the victim said body, which one is in front.
Hold it!
Why did you make so much of an effort to take a look? Just to take a look.
Well, you see, I heard noises coming from the next door. Our room was supposed to be empty, so I thought it was strange.
And you went to look as soon as you heard these noises.
Yes, of course. I had to see what was going on, so I went right away.
I see. Are there any problems? Well, Mr. Sar just said. Yes. You claim that you looked into the next room as soon as you heard some noise. If that's the case, you must have seen more than just the dead body. Because the person who made the noises should have been in there too.
That's, Come quacking this bus, Mr. Edgeworth.
Get a culprit, Amulio-chama! Mr. Surratt, tell us the truth about what you saw. You do, of course, have the right to remain silent. I would only ought to dispel the notion that you were somehow involved in this crime.
I'm sorry. I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I really thought I might have dreamt it. That's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it.
What's that? Just tell us what you saw.
Oh, right, it was that dog. And what I saw is the stuff of nightmares. That huge black dog had sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat.
Oh! What did you just say?
It was hellish. Utterly hellish. That beast. The awful beast. He killed him. Sorry, I don't feel so good.
Jeepers creepers, that's awful. Talk about traumatizing.
It was dreadful. Horrible. Now you know why I couldn't help but scream.
There's a man-eating dog in the prison's animal population, is there?
That really is everything. I promise. You believe me, don't you?
For now, this one seems too far-fetched a lie, even for you. I'd like you to append what you just told us to your testimony, if you don't mind.
Very well. Inside, I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. This is a black dog. His mouth clamped tighter on the man's throat.
אומרים שזה סטאב וונד, נכון? אוקיי, לא. I found the victim's body. יש לנו autopsy? לא, אין autopsy. Like, what happened? Dr. Lipstaff sent dog biting the victim's throat doesn't seem to like me very much. The first day, 9 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 p.m., noon. The victim's body was not found in time with the 7 a.m. roll call. When was the day? Bite the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. Under the black dog. Colorful top, one with victim's body, some sort of.
Hold it!
How much do you remember about the man you saw?
Oh, I remember everything. Let's see. He had blonde hair, and his neck was covered in blood because he was
Dead. Yes. We know that, Mr. Sowett. Thank you very much.
I'm just telling you what I saw. But your attorneys were obsessed with the little details.
There's serious venom behind those words. Something tells me he may not have had the best experience with defense attorneys in the past.
אני הייתי רוצה לראות את הטארפ.
הייתי רוצה שהוא יגיד את זה, את ה-bloody tar. מצד אחר זה היה גם מתחת לגופה.
Hold it!
You sure this black dog was biting the victim's throat?
Yes! There was blood everywhere. beast's mouth was dripping with it and...
Whoa. Spare us the gory details, will you? How about the victim? Was he...
Ah! Don't say it! Don't say it! Do you really need to ask him that, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ow! Kate, what was that punch for? I'm on your side here.
He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there.
Meaning he was already dead.
There was so much blood just oozing from his neck. Oh, he was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that. Not even the twitch of a finger. Just lifeless.
Enough already! Did you have to go into every little detail like that?
To give you a nice and accurate testimony. That is what you want, isn't it? Shall I have what I said to my testimony, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please do.
It was awful, I tell you. Terrible. Oh, he was dead at the doornail, I'm sure of that. Not even a twitch of a finger. Just lifeless. I remember seeing his little ring gleaming it as I cut the light. It figured a snowflake motif in relief.
Snowflake motif?
Oh my god, מתחיל טסטימוני ארוך. The black dog. Also, he was dead at the doornail. I'm shown that not even a twitch of a finger, just lifeless. We're seeing his ring. I mean, I was like,
Oh! Oh, it's obvious! הטבעת היה מתחת לטורפ. הרינג היה מתחת לטורפ. זה היה מתחת לטורפ כי הטבעת נמצאת פה.
Objection!
A ring with a snowflake relief.
Yes, I saw it! Clear as day! It was carved in such fine detail.
Interesting. The testimony is certainly very accurate. In fact, I'd say it's just a little too accurate.
And? What's wrong being too accurate?
I mean, this. You testified to have seen a ring. Having seen a ring with a snowflake design on it. Well, the victim did indeed have a ring on his finger.
See, exactly as I said.
There is no way you could have seen it. Take a look at this photograph. As you can see, the victim's right hand was covered by a tarp. It would have been impossible for you to see his ring, let alone what design was on it. Unless there is, you approach the body and remove the sheet. You told us earlier, you only took a look through the window and the door. Yet you seem to have... It seemed to have seen... Yet you seem to have seen quite a lot from such a disadvantaged location, Mr. Sowett.
Who the heck do you think you are, huh? Mr. Big Shot acting like you know it all? I mean, I saw what I saw, I swear! Ah, I know. A man saw him. He must have moved under that top after I picked him up.
Objection!
Nonsense! You already told us it can't have been... That can't be the case. The shoulders ours. You said yourself that the victim was already dead. And dead men don't move, do they? Oh, wait! Is that the stench of the depression I smell?
the desperation is not? סליחה? What are you hiding, Mr. Sowit? Tell us!
No, oh, you're wrong. I know what I saw.
Classy.
You can't let it go, could you? Had to keep on poking and prodding. You slimy, stupid associate attorney!
Seems the real Mr. Sowit has finally revealed himself. Oh, that's quite the rug he was rocking. Came straight out you like some kind of flying black cat.
Look, I'm just a sweet innocent witness here.
But are you really? Because I must say, I have doubts. Very serious doubts.
What's that supposed to mean?
You saw something that should have been impossible to see from outside the workshop. So, how did you do it? That's simple. Mr. Sowit, this is where you were standing when you saw the body. Workshop A.
Take that!
You were in the same room as the body. It's the only way you could have seen the relief on the ring.
Hey, what you want, but you don't have a shred of evidence, do you? I think the brother was in the room with the body anyway. You can't prove it, can you? I was in the room next door, and I was in the next room over. Minding my own business and looking after the animals. Why else would I have signed out a pair of rubber gloves? For fun? Now put up and shut up! I want to see that, but the evidence that proves I was in the room with the body.
Take that!
אמרת זוג, יש לך רק אחד. Remind me, Mr. Sowit, what were you doing when you discovered the body?
How many times I was practicing my pet styling technique.
Of course. Then perhaps this rubber glove might mean something to you.
That's...
This glove was found by the victim's body. I believe it was dropped by the killer. And I can't help but notice that you have a similar glove tucked into your apron.
No, this one's different.
Hold it!
Yes, that one does seem awfully lonely, doesn't it?
It's just a rubber glove. There are hundreds of them all over the prison. This doesn't prove anything.
Objection!
But yeah, perhaps. But if I were to ask the police to check this glove for prints, I have a feeling the results would be rather fascinating. Oh. Okay. Go, Faye. It's silver.
Objection!
Whoa! What the? That was a pretty rad objection, am I right? Please, Fender, now is not the time for tomfoolery. But I have a legit objection. Because this isn't over. There's something that still doesn't make sense. A man here is a prisoner, right? And he's got one of those bracelet dweekties on. אז איך הוא בא לשמה?
It's true. So how could he have left his workshop in the first place? His bracelet would trigger the alarm if he tried.
Right. We don't have a good explanation for that yet. Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here. That's weird. You should be clinging onto that bracelet like a big round lifesaver. Like the big round lifesaver it is.
In what way?
As in, it's the best hope our wig-fingering friend here has for getting off the hook for murder. Sorry, can't get into the crime scene with a bracelet on. If it was me, I'll be arguing that for my life. And yet, he hasn't said a peep about it. I wonder why my dad be,
Call the bell!
Sound of silence.
I suppose Miss Law priestesses did preach that silence is golden yesterday too.
Wow. You sounded like an actual attorney for a second there, Mr. Fender.
The worst of times are when lawyers call me show our biggest smiles. Gregory taught me that. It was part of the attorney's code he lived by.
Oh! אז יש מצב שגרגור יודע את דייגו ארמנדו?
So, friend, what's the deal? Why so coy about your bracelet?
זה הדרך היחידה שהוא יכול לצאת פה, אבל הוא לא אמר כלום.
Well, to tell you the truth, it's broken.
Broken?
I fell over a little while back, you see, and hit on the floor. Hit on the floor. After that, it didn't seem to set the sensors off anymore. It's not on the cards about it, I know, but well, it was awfully convenient.
I see. So your bracelet is broken. But do they really break that easily? If so, then this prison has a serious security problem. You there, could we have a moment?
Oh, aren't you just the cutest?
How can I help you, sir? This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken.
What? Really?
That's not good.
I'll get someone to find a replacement right away.
Thank you. We'll keep hold of the broken one for the time being.
Of course, sir. I trust you'll take good care of it.
Sweet. Bracelet sorted. Now to turn our murderer in, yeah?
What? No, I didn't kill anybody.
Oh there, Palio. You're the one who said your bracelet was out of commission. Or were the other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody was busy watching the show?
No, I just found the body, that's all. I promise. And when I did, that enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went into the workshop after the beast had left.
And why did you go in?
Well, fine, I wanted to go through his pockets, okay?
Was going to rob the corpse. That explains why I remember Knight's ring so much in detail.
Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I'm a great thief. I never stooped so low as to steal from a... Well, I didn't steal anything either. The show ended just after I'd entered the room and all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. I panicked, crashed back to the other workshop and started my fake screaming.
And drop the glove in your haste, huh? I guess this all just hangs up. I guess this all just about hangs together. If it smells funky to you, Miles. I don't know whether Mr. Sowett is the one who did it. I would say one very significant question still remains. The question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. Whoa, yeah, that one's a doozy. I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Sowitt's testimony. A Caleb Madame. The dog's involvement can only mean one thing. Mr. Sowitt,
Yes? What is it?
were you the only prisoner who didn't go watch the show?
Oh, no, there was one else who didn't.
Am I right in thinking that this person can't have watched the show, even if he had wanted to?
Yes! How did you...
I knew it. I had my suspicions when I first ran into the back dog yesterday, but this confirms it. המבוסטיף הוא בעצם למישהו שיש לו קושי. Congratulations. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable. But where is this person's cell?
Oh, you're going to see him? What are we talking about here? Him! He's not like the other prisoners, you know? He's special. Gets treated like royalty. You didn't hear that from me. All I'll say is, if you value your life, you'll stay well away from him.
אבל הכלב הוא רלוונטי.
What? Will you please stop trying to scare us all this time? Scare us all the time?
A big cheese, huh? Well, I for one definitely value my life, so that sucks.
They're keeping in maximum security. Which is over there.
Huh.
Oh!
פתוח עכשיו. Maximum security. Well, that's only one way of treating someone differently.
Alright, quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already! Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives. Better than anyone, in fact. And that's all I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may have already said too much.
Well, Milesy, anything you care to share, or are you going to leave Kate and Dog here too? The mystery man in maximum security is an odd acquaintance. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark canine friend there too. Another. 12:41, maximum security.
Wow, it's pitch black in there. Can't see a thing.
Didn't you say that the Algorazu takes flight even in the dead of night or something?
Even at the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, Bullet alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's polite. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yalgorasu.
Whoa! You're a powerful performer.
Thanks, but that doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, I'm free like Raven.
Whoa. There you go. Don't do it, please. Oh! What the fuck? The fuck was das Ganze? Mr. Edgeworth. That voice. I knew it. It has been far too long. You remember me?
I could hardly forget now, could I? After all, you are the one who put me away.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking to that dog? Or is there someone else in there? Still can't see a damn dang thing. Oh, but I am forgetting myself. Forgive me, I do not often receive visitors. A moment, I will turn on the lights. You are a heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Very well. Perhaps we could start by introducing ourselves. I am Bodhindharmakanis. כן, הוא באמת מזכיר כאילו בודה או משהו כזה. שזה סוג של אל. הוא סוג של אל בבודהיזם, אני לא יודע מה זה בודהיזם, נראה לי זה אינדיאנים, אבל אני לא בטוח. אבל זה כן בודהיזם. אני לא יודע אם זה אינדיאני. מאיפה זה מרגיש פה? ואז קרמה? או הידהמה? ואז קאנס. לא יודע אם זה אמור להיות משהו חשוב, אבל... היי, מעניין.
Bodhidharmakanis. As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances.
Exactly. Canis was a notorious assassin. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. Ha! אז זה כלב לראייה! His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. נראה יקוזה. כמו משהו כמו סוסג'ימה. בעיניי גם פה במיוחד. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. The last sound his victims would ever hear.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, I to guess why you have come to see me.
You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already.
And I suppose we have nothing to hide from each other.
Whoa! Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with its mouth around the victim's throat.
Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes, nothing more.
דרך בוא נתעלם מזה שזה אומר B055, שזה אומר, שזה כאילו אמור להיות בוס, שזה מטורף לשים את הבוס, כאילו מצד אחד, הוא רוצה להיות בכלא? הוא רוצה להיות בכלא? אני לא מבין, קאניס רוצה להיות בכלא? כי הלייבל שלו הוא ליטרלי בוס, והוא ליטרלי שולט סוג של כל הכלא הזה. למה הוא לא חושב על לברוח? בתור זה שמדברים פה על קרימינלים באופן ברור.
It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing. Isn't it, boy? Yes, yes it is. You're a good boy, aren't you?
Helmut is more than a mere seeing eye dog, and he's certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer. A weapon once used in this man's sordid trade.
This witness of yours is trustworthy, I assume.
So it is anything but trustworthy. And he's still very much a suspect himself.
I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach.
Hello, then. I thought as much. Yes, I did, Helmut. Yes.
It figures that he already knew who are witnesses. What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Canis?
During the show, you mean? I was here and scorched in these humble surroundings. I've developed a passion for wood carving, you see. An obsession, even. I was engrossed in it all morning.
אפשר לראות את הטולס, הגיוני. ושחמט. Interesting! And you have permission to engage in such a hobby? Can believe someone would actually let you.
The warden and I have an understanding.
Understanding?
That's ridiculous! This man shouldn't be allowed one, let alone 5 chisels. They're nothing but lethal weapons in his hands. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest had begun to wane.
Okay, זה כן בודה. זה כן בודהיזם. Wow! That must have taken forever!
Time is all I have, child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces, such as these.
אני כרגע את השמות שלו כבר. 96, 31. 26, 17, okay, Eustace. 24, a suspect in this case, a timid young man who seemed an unlikely murderer. The prosecutor was taking over my cases on the committee's orders. While I am the prisoner of the prison, and I'm a lover who considers physical contact to be very important. What the fuck? Frank, 47? והיא רק 37. 47? It was only a Chinese pet stylist who first discovered the body. Security barista is broken. But hit Harmakanis. A blind ex-assassin whose favorite tools were a black dog and a knife. The tinkling of a small bells is used to accompany his appearance. Oh, what the fuck? מה זה אמור להיות? זה נראה שחמט קלאסי בצד הזה, ואז פה יש את החרא הזה, what the fuck? I don't know if you play chess. I didn't know you played chess.
You play too, do you not, prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me. Though you may find my game rather rudimentary. I only began after my arrival here, I'm afraid.
What's this piece? A dog with 3 heads? זה כמו היידרה. אבל לפחות איך שאני מכיר היידרה, פאנ פאקט, אני חשבתי שהיידרה זה היה בעצם מפלצת. זה מיוון, אני לא אתנגד לזה. חשבתי שזה מפלצת עם 3 ראשים. אבל זה בעצם מפלצת עם 9. אם כבר מדברים על קולצ'ר שונה. אבל זה... רגע, לא יש את סרברס? לא יש כלב שקוראים לו סרברס מיוונית? מיוון? שהוא כאילו 3 ראשים של כלבים בגוף אחד עם זנב אחד? זה אמור להיות סרברס?
Ah, yes. The dog
dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles, all doing their utmost to protect the king, all loyal to the last. I've always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon?
עוד זמן הפאנ פאקט, משתמשים בכלבים בעצם בשביל להגן בעצם על אנשים במצבים של סכנות שלג וכל זה. לא יודע אם זה בישראל, אבל לפחות זה מה ששמעתי.
Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules and with the regular pieces.
I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though.
Oh, I have my correspondence.
Correspondence chess, then? Sharing moves by post.
Yes, prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although, I've yet to receive the detail of my current opponent's next move.
Oh. Oh. Interesting. Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis.
His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor unfortunate soul.
You keep your ear to the ground.
My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not surprised he's plugged into the prison's information network.
But perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all.
What do you mean?
Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one. A crime for which she would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That is no small matter.
Attempted assassination?
Oh! רגע, hold on! ברונקו רוצה להרוג את הפרזידנט? רוצה להרוג את וויינג? אז למה רוק מת? What? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, that was tonight!
Yes, he proved that he murdered his team leader. And there was no attempt on the president's life. Maybe? Are they attempting to cover up President Wang's fake assassination scheme? Whoa there, cowboy. You say that the Bronxer didn't actually have a pop at the quiz? I was out to defend him on the charge of attempted murder.
מה עם סיפור לפרס? You mean, you don't know what really happened? So what, they just blamed the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight?
It would explain why the committee was so keen to get involved.
Of course! They took you off the case to try and keep you away!
It might have been that weirdo kid who threw in an attempted murder charge.
In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth!
So they really were trying to frame him. According to the gods, this night, was it? They tell me he was finally insisted that he had attempted no assassination.
Which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial.
I am no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for certain that he would not have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, yes it is, yes. Decorum is not always the bastion of truth you believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth.
No passion of truth, huh? I heard something to that effect before. Yes. From sent an Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Lang.
מי המאמין? לנג היה בעצם הטיז ל-Dark Age of the Law.
I was never able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors.
Even Helmut understands. Don't you, Helmut? Yes, you do. The truths revealed in court and your deductions. It is dangerous to trust either implicitly. But I am not bitter. You are not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge.
Verity. Eustace.
They even dragged the warden along. Her distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air.
Not those two again! Prosecutor Winner and Judge Gavel.
They went over my cell with a fine-tooth comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe. To no avail. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it that they had searched every cell in the prison and still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed.
Whoa. I posed more questions than I answered. What do we do now? So its testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Canis on.
Well, I think that's enough chit-chat for one day. Helmut will show you out. Good boy, Helmut. Go on now.
He's not showing us out permanently, right?
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Until next time, Mr. Canis.
It does pain me that our brief time must end, just as we were becoming reacquainted. I'll await your return, Mr. Edgeworth.
כן, מה אתה עושה? טוב, חזר לקורדור ב-1:12 בצהריים.
to gather the evidence I need to bolster my case.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth!
What is up? That's the best hiding spot you could find? It's alright, Kay. You can calm down now. Where's Fender?
He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move that fast.
Fender.
So, what do we do now?
You and I will continue the investigation. And I know just where to start. By solving that one particular mystery that's been dragging us this whole time. Its body was found in one of the prison's workshops. But he was presumably being detained in one of the detention center's holding cells. So how did he wind up on the other side of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells.
And Mr. Knight's room, right? But, what about Mr. Fender?
I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready.
Sure, but he is kind of our boss, isn't he? Oh well.
A detention corridor 134. The victim's cell is just over there.
Lead the way, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh.
I have just about had it.
Who's that? Warden Lagarde. She must have come from the corridor marked no entry. You're still not talking, ma'am? Over the evidence you borrowed from the precinct?
No, and I've tried so many times I've lost count. What am I supposed to do? I can't send in a blank report.
I guess a killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack. A killer for hire?
Oh,
I couldn't help overhearing Warden Lagarde, but were you just talking about budding Harmacanis?
my. You were listening? How very gauche of you. And those privacy and her armor, you know?
Do you normally conduct interrogations of the men yourself?
Oh, it's not just him, darling. I try to have the occasional tete-a-tete with everyone, you see. That's what it means to be a member of the family in this little home of ours. There isn't a person who hasn't made their pilgrimage to my office at least once.
Your office?
Oh, sweet. He's angling for an invite. Well, I suppose it is the hottest ticket in town. It's down this corridor here, darling, but FYI, I don't just let anyone wander in willy-nilly.
Let's see. I would be right around here.
Wonderful room, if I do say so myself. All the guests rave about it.
Oh! אוקיי, עכשיו הבנתי. לא ראיתי ככה, חשבתי שזה חלק מההולדינג סלס.
Ever what the view of my fabulous garden in the yard? Ooh la la.
מה זה עושה את החדר הזה?
The yard? If it's anything like the rest of the place, it's probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see? Oh, darling. It's so sweet of you to take an interest. But I'm afraid that's just not possible. Why not? Because I'm not a member of our home. If you want to see it that badly, you just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable. That's rather a steep price to pay. Oh, but just listen to me. Chattering away like that, like there's no tomorrow. It's time for Allie's lunchy brunch. The poor dear will be dying.
Allie?
The sweetest little dear in all the world. I know I shouldn't have favorites, but you know how it is. Now, to the yard with me. Ciao for now, darlings. I wanted to ask her more about Canis, but she dominated that conversation from start to finish. Let's go investigate the victim's cell, shall we? 143, ה-holding cell. והנה החולצה שלו. מה זה פה? So, this is Knight's cell. And do you think he was brought in, Mr. Edgeworth? It would have been the evening of the 25th, just after the events at the lake. And then, at some point, he wound up in the prison proper. But how? There must be some evidence here that will point us in the right direction. Alright, let's take a look at Mr. Edgeworth. הדבר שנאמר הכי obvious זה למה הג'קט שלו פה. למה אין לו את הג'קט שלו? זה הדבר הראשון שאני רוצה לגשת עליו. This must be Knight's suit jacket. So, I've been doing some research on my own. Oh, and what have you discovered? I've discovered that the guys looking good in suits tend to be popular with the ladies. What? But don't worry. Guys with pretty neck ruffles are next on my research list. Please stop. Hey, look! This newspaper's got a chunk of it missing. You're right. A few of its pages have been roughly torn out. But why? Maybe Mr. Knight wanted to clean his cell but didn't have a cleaning cloth? It's a totally implausible theory, I suppose, but who would try to clean their cell? Was this oh. The bowl is nice and spotless. There are no signs that the toilet paper has been used. Everything seems to be in order with this toilet here. What? Are you serious? Why? What's wrong? There's no door! There's not even a curtain! Whoever designed this place should find a little more about the people who have to live here. I think there might be a reason behind the open plan layout. A stand-up bar window. No signs of having been tampered with. I don't think there's any chance our killer escaped through here. Aha! Must you remember to bring something to saw through iron bars with? As they say, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Well, I got the chance to scope this place out. Okay, we're investigating a crime scene, not preparing for your eventual escape. Reflected in the mirror is... Security camera! The great thief's greatest enemy. Nothing about this place is very thief-friendly, if I'm being honest.
I think that might be entirely deliberate, Kay. God? I would like you to retrieve the footage from this security camera and review it carefully as you can. If you see anything out of the ordinary, inform me immediately.
Yes, sir.
Bye. זה נראה כאילו out of bounds ככה. כן, בכלא. אוי, לא, נבא מה, עכשיו כן, בכלא? כן, בסדר.
Hey, look at this weird piece of paper.
There's some sort of grid on it. Let's take a closer look. Next move bishop to g2. What next? Rook, no, pawn to go? אני קצת מבולבל. This grid appears to be a chess diagram. The victims, I suppose.
What's a chess diagram?
A visual representation of the game of chess. See how the locations of all the pieces are marked? There seems to be a closely fought contest. But perhaps if this pawn were... No, wait.
Not now, Mr. Edgeworth. This is no time to be playing games.
Yes, I suppose you're right. This isn't the first time I've seen this configuration of pieces. It was from a different perspective, but it was definitely the same game. Perhaps it would be wise to collect good evidence in my possession.
The Central Canis!
Eureka!
This chess game. I've seen it before.
None of the chess chat, Mr. Edgeworth. We're supposed to be investigating here. Focus!
I am investigating. This particular bit of chess chat could prove to be vital. Now, take a look at this. Can you tell me what it is?
It's a chess set we saw in Mr. Canis's room.
Oh, אז מה אמרו לו את הכלב? הכלב חסר! מה זה הכלב?
I don't really know the rules of chess, so...
The rules of the game are not important here. What is important are the positions of the pieces.
Compare the ones in Mr. Canis' cells with these. Do you notice anything? Ah! I don't know which pieces is which or anything, but if you do a diagram like this, there are pieces in the same squares. Indeed. There is no dog on the diagram, but that's to be expected. Apart from that, however, the positions of the pieces are identical. And what does that tell us?
שכנס שיחק עם ברונקו. בודי ארמה שיחק עם ברונקו. זה יותר קשה להגיד את השם הפרטי, אני אגיד את השם משפחה. כנס. כי בודי ארמה זה קצת קשה להגיד, אז אני פשוט אגיד כנס כדי שאני אדבר עליו. אז כן, ברונקו וכנס היו ביחד.
As unlikely as it may seem.
What?
Mr. Canis' chess opponent was Mr. Knight? This could be just the proof we need to show that Mr. Canis had a connection to the victim.
Oh! What's the menu doing here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It seems that those held in the detention center are able to choose what they would like to eat each day. If they can afford it, that is.
Money makes the world go round, I guess. But doesn't that make it but doesn't that make life super easy for rich detainees?
Okay. Bear in mind that the people held in these cells haven't been found guilty yet. Some of them don't deserve to be punished. Quite a few of them, in fact.
So you're saying it's fine that people with money don't have as hard a time as it is as everybody else?
Ugh. Wind up defending the practices of the detention system.
חסר שכל ספר שונה. Wow! That's all books! Let's take a look! You Laugh Tomorrow, an anthology. Understanding Animal Emotions. Life as a Pet Stylist. Maybe there was more to Mr. Knight than met the eye.
Sadly, I don't think these were his. They were likely specially selected and placed here for the detainees. With the hope that they would want to better themselves during their time here. A second chance of life interviews with a former prisoner. These books appear to have been written by current model prisoners and former inmates.
Oh! I like the look of this one. 20 Days of Freedom and Escape Story. And this one too. Making money while serving time.
This facility may have a more deeply rooted problems than I thought. This bed doesn't look very comfortable. But that pillow cover is very clean. Spotless, in fact.
I bet this is the kind of bed Gummy sleeps in. I can just picture it, can't you?
No. I sense he's more of a mattress on the floor type.
Wow, Miles! Wow!
There's something different about this spot here. floor is weirdly clean. Did somebody wipe it down or something? Why would somebody do that to the part right next to the bed, though? מה עכשיו? נראה לי זה בין המצבים היחידים שבו חייבים לדבר עם הפרטנר. זה מפתיע עד כמה ארוך הלייב שלי כמו להיות. או פאק לא לוג'יק. צד שני. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? There's a lot more stuff in here than I expected. Indeed. And it doesn't all seem to have belonged to Mr. Knight. Some of the books, for example, seem to be permanent fixtures. You know, I don't think being here would be all that bad, really. You're welcome to give it a try. I certainly won't stop you. No thanks. But since we're here, I might as well case the joint. You know, just in case. So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get looking. Chess is a pretty popular pastime in here, huh? I mean, Mr. Knight even asked Simeon to bring him his chess set. I'm afraid I have to disagree. In fact, as far as I can see, only 2 people were so enthralled as to own a chess set. Mr. Knight and... And? Oh, you mean that scary guy? Yes. Could be a coincidence that they're both such great fans of chess. Low. What? Huh? Echt? This spot of the floor has been wiped clean. Maybe he spilled some grape juice. Who knows? But we can certainly imagine what he used to do the wiping. The torn out pages of that newspaper. Why wouldn't he just ask a guard for a cloth or something, though? Perhaps he didn't want anyone to see what he was wiping up. I think we've about exhausted the cell. We've made significant progress by establishing a connection between Mr. Canis and the victim. This is bad, sir. The security guard for it, sir. I watched it and... What is it? Can you show it to us?
Yes, sir. I have a small playback monitor with me. Then what are you waiting for? Let's see it. Oh. What's that?
The black thing! It's that dog, right?
Until now, our assumptions was that the crime had taken place inside the prison proper. אבל הקטע הוא תקף שומר. הכלב תקף שומר. But it seems that the assumptions may have been wrong. Its actual attack had been in this location. Holding cells. Oh, מנחש.
Take that!
Right here in the detention center. And the perpetrator was indeed Mr. Canis' dog. This is just the evidence we need. If this is where Knight was actually murdered, then one of the pieces of evidence we found here in his cell takes on a whole new meaning. Knight's cell was the crime scene, which pieces of evidence takes on a new significance. A tarp.
Take that!
לא. רגע, מה יש לי באוטו סייב? מה יש לי באוטו סייב? רגע. אוקיי. זה שומר אחרי? אתה צוחק עליי? אין לי בעיה לעשות את כל זה מחדש. חשבתי על טארפ, כי זה אומר בעצם שליד הטארפ ואפשר להזיז אותו. אולי זה, כי זה היה בחדר של... נייט. כן, זה היה שומר. זה היה שומר בחדר של נייט. זה לא היה ברונקו. זה אומר שהכלב כבר היה שמה. זה היה בעד הולדינג סלס. אז זה חייב לו את ה... אוקיי. נראה שאולי התקדמתי יותר מדי קדימה ואמרתי שהטארפ היה בעצם לשימוש בניקיון. The floor of Knight's cell was wiped clean, presumably to remove something. That something had been his blood. Thank you, officer. Would you mind doing me one more favor? Hey, sir. There's a detective by the name of Gumshoe somewhere in this facility. I need you to give him a message. Tell him to have his cell tested for traces of blood and to report the results to Edgeworth. You got it, sir. Now we can really go after that Canis guy, right, Mr. Edgeworth? No, not yet. יש לי את האבידנס במקרה לא, אין לי פס. We still don't know how Knight and the dog moved between his cell and the prison proper. Right, so that's what we need to figure out next. What's the play, coach? Where are we off to? I suspect one of the guards might know something. Let's ask those posted nearby and see what they have to tell us. 12:15. Detention corridor. Okay, time to get asking. Huh? Oh! Hey, Lang! Thanks to the tour! Later!
Lazman, ma.
Well, Mr. Prosecutor and his little friend. Didn't expect to run into you here today. Must be my lucky day.
This is Agent Shilong Lang of Interpol. He was in charge of a case I worked on 2 weeks back. I thought he had gone home to Zhengfa after that, but here he is. You had some business to take care of, I take it, Agent Lang?
You can't say that. Nothing that need concern you, though.
First a black hound, now a wolf and all in black! Hey, wait! Why are you all alone today? Huh. That's true. He's usually accompanied by an army of police officers.
Here you were at it again a couple of days back. Sticking your noses into things.
12 days back? Oh. He means the incident with the president of Zhengfa. Actually, I thought you might be here. You might be there as well, heading up the security detail.
Ah! Our president doesn't have much faith in the efficiency of his own country's police force. Maybe now he'll think twice before using contractors again. Amateurs!
Agent Lang doesn't have much faith in prosecutors or the courts to do their jobs right. Which is why he was so meticulous about investigating with his hand-picked cream of the crop officers. Indeed, no doubt things would have turned out differently than you and your men had you and your men been in charge.
My men, huh? Yeah, those guys aren't around anymore. What?
What? They're not?
What? What's it? It's funny, isn't it? I'm a real lone wolf now.
What are you saying, Agent Lang? What on earth happened?
I told you it doesn't concern you. See you around, Mr. Prosecutor.
Oh, he seemed not okay. Yes, and I would very much like to know why. But there's nothing we can do about it right now. We'll worry about Agent Lang later. We have an investigation to conduct. Alright, let's start by ducking to these guards! My god.
מתי שאצטרך לקרוא לזה קוויץ, אני עברתי 4 שעות של investigation.
I was wondering, have you seen an enormous black dog wandering around here recently?
That thing? No way. If I had, I would... Brother Giselle would be a lot more nervous about staying out here.
So, do you and this guy have some kind of history or something? Oh no, okay. You should know when to let sleeping dogs lie. By the sound of it, Candace's dog had been spotted on this side of those heavy security doors.
Oh man, I'm in so much trouble.
What's the matter? You seem perturbed.
Oh, well, you see, my uniforms is missing. The ghost one was right here in my locker.
Did you grow a pair of legs and run off somewhere? Where in the world did that idea spring from? Anyway, I hope you track it down soon. I'll be rooting for you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Okay, Ken, Eddie.
Hey. Are those my faithful assistants I see before me?
Linda, and where exactly have you been?
Where have I been? I've been looking for you two. I've been searching high and low.
wandering lonely through the prison halls. It was terrible, I tell you. למה באת ומקיף נהפוך?
But the prisoner's over there on the other side of the faculty, boss.
Oh, listen. I just got a low down for some seriously dynamite material. You wanna hear it, right? Right?
Seamless.
I was just chatting with a few guards and they told me something just interesting. Turns out that the prankster had himself a little incident 2 days ago. Pre-mortem, if you catch my drift. An incident? Simeon told me he can visit... He told you he came visit his pal, right? Well, it happened right after that brought up. And Bronco was being escorted back to his cell. It was just one guard and he was handcuffed, obs. They made it back and the guard was taking off. Taking off his cuffs when the prankster clobbered him. Knocked the poor guy out cold. Sounds like it might have been the prelude to a jailbreak. Cause when the other guard showed up, they couldn't find the comrade's keys. Were they rumbling about knights attempting an escape? That's the bit that fries the old noggin. The one known. He just sat in his cell. He then turned up dead. And what's more, he swore right to the end that he never stole the keys. I turned his cell inside out, but no dice. The guard who was struck, what did he have to say? Nothing. One guy was still there when they took him to the hospital. What is, he's still there. But there's nobody around to tell us what really happened. Oh.
What the? It's you, losers.
That's all we needed.
Why are you still hanging around here like a bad smell?
Hey there, little buddy. Listen, Miles is working with me for now as an associate.
Nonsense! You're all just here to cause trouble and turn my investigation into a fart!
Eustace means farce, of course. A simple slip of the tongue. Seems like a reasonably apt choice of words to me. Judge Gavel, great to see you again. I know who you are. You are Simeon Saint's law attorney. Guilty as charged. Now that we've broken the ice, how about a friendly... Marshal. Oh, not? I'm totally cool either way. Now, did I hear you correctly? That Mr. Edgeworth has joined the defense team?
Yup! And me too! We're officially employees of the Edgeworth & Co.
But a prosecutor is a public servant. You would roll your sword on a goddess to work for personal gain? It's not a problem if I'm not getting paid though, correct? Exactly! What he said. Miles, he is just a volunteer. What about the whole pro bono stuff over at Edgeworth & Co? How wonderful. So you all work without reward? The goddess would surely approve. Yeah, I'm a regular philanthropist. Judge Gravel,
I was hoping to ask about the grounds for Simeon Saint's arrest. I had information that... Is that a challenge, I hear?
No, I was just asking Judge Gavel.
I'm always ready for a little verbal combat to show what it takes to be a real winner. How is it verbal combat if you won't let me speak? Still, this could prove useful. Fine, we'll do as you suggest. Now if you could begin by telling us why Mr. Saint was arrested. There will be no wait for that. Oh my god. There will be no need for that. Eustace, we should... Not bad, not now, Cavell. Watch and wonder. As I put this pathetic prosecutor in his place. He's going to run rings around me. I think you meant to say that you would be the one running rings around me. And I will. So badly that your ears will be ringing. Prepare to be humbled, Edgeworth. Lama musica של Eustace! Lama musica של Eustace! You want to know why I arrested that man? It's simple! Simple! Found evidence! Evidence of him all over that thing! How's that for so winningly inconvertible, conclusive proof? And was that the truth first? By me, of course! Winner by name, winner by nature! Where do I even begin? Look at you! Utterly lost for words in the face of such mastery. I'll take your silence as yet another win. Honestly, does he ever shut up? You said that you were the one who arrested Mr. Saint. But do you even have the authority to do so, Mr. Winner? Well, obviously it was the police who actually arrested him. But I told them to do it, so I figure I can claim the credit, don't you? Of course that's what you meant. This is clearly going to take a while. A shame, really. Given there are much more interested in what Judge Cavell is silently thinking over there. שנייה, אני רגע חייב לברר את שיבמנטים לשנייה וחצי, כי אני זוכר, כשאני ראיתי דברים, זה היה משהו שקשור ליוסטס. אקליפס. וואי, שכחתי לעשות את זה, אני אעשה את זה אחר כך. Pressing every single one of these is and forcing to correct them all. Oh my god! What? להכריח אותה לתקן את כל הסטייטמנטס?
Hold it!
I'm just checking, but you do know it was you who it was you arrested, correct? Huh? Is this some kind of joke? Of course I know who I arrested. It was a Simeon Saint. Good to know my remembers that much at least. Rock solid grounds for arresting Simeon Saint. First-rate reasons.
Hold it!
Evidence of him was all over that thing. Could you be a little more specific, Mr. Winner? I really have to spell it for you out for you, Mr. Edgeworth. I thought even you could put two and two together. Stop messing around. The onus is on you to provide a comprehensible testimony. Come now, Eustace. I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth and his friends will be very interested to learn how you cracked the case. They certainly look keen to hear about it.
Fine, if you insist. I'll fill in the gaps. Brace yourselves, because this is going to blow your tiny little minds. I bet he did know, but the victim had, wait for it, a chest set with him. And our chest set was covered in the fingerprints of a certain Mr. Simeon Saint. What? Ma?
Praise be the goddess of justice for the insight she offers. And congratulations once again, Eustace. You would not object to Eustace amending his testimony, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh.
No, by all means, please do.
Mr. Saint's fingerprints were right there, all over the victim's chest set.
Hold it!
The only incontrovertible fact here is that you don't know how to give a proper testimony.
What are you talking about? Not my fault if you can't keep up.
Perhaps I could be so bold as to offer some additional details. The only fingerprints found at the scene belong to the guards, the prisoners, the victim, and Mr. Saint. I think you'll agree that Mr. Saint's were the only prints they had no business seeing there.
Yes, exactly.
Now do you get it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I do, but not so sure about you. There were other prints belonging to the victim and the guards. But only Mr. Saint's were out of place.
Hold it!
You saw it first, and I suppose you can prove that.
I made a connection the moment I saw the crime scene. There was a light, fast deductive leap. What more evidence do you need?
Well, you haven't given me any evidence at all so far, so...
You still don't get it, do you? Well, don't worry. We can all be born winners.
I'm not sure how I even want to get whatever it is he's talking about.
There we go. Figure it out in a flash. A matter of light years. The winner wins again. אני רק לרגע רוצה לעשות פה סייב, כי אני רוצה רגע לגשת לקייס אחד ולעשות את ה-achievement הזה אם אני כבר עושה achievement hunting.
Exit select, chapter select. Investigation begins.
כן, כי זה לפני ג'ון דו. זה לפני... אני לא מנסה את המסגר שלי. זה מעצבן לעשות ריפיטים, אבל... יש את השלט הזה.
This one sign looks almost brand new. I imagine it was placed here recently.
What's it say? 50 yards to the Gordy Museum. And 70 yards to the, never mind.
What's the matter, detective? Just read it, will you?
70 yards to the boathouse.
Feels like a million years since that whole story affair unfounded. Fond memories, detective.
Yeah. Fond memories, sir. זהו. זה כל מה שרציתי לעשות. הצו היחיד שבה הפינגרפרינטס של סיינט הם לא הגיוניים זה בעצם בגלל שהוא ביקש את הג'סד.
Objection!
What? איפה נעשה את זה? סטייטמנט 2? statement 2, אוקיי. זה היה 2 או 3?
So the fingerprints on the chess set are the ace up your sleeve. The one on my what? Oh yes, the chess set up the ace's sleeve. That's right, Edgeworth. I've got a winning hand as usual. Okay, your winning hand is a busted flush. For you see, it was Simeon Saint who brought that chess set to the victim in the first place. Therefore, it's only natural that his fingerprints are all over it. Ow! It took a while to sink in. In conclusion, those fingerprints aren't proof of anything, and Mr. Saint's arrest was premature. Premature? The incident took place here within the walls of this facility. And being neither a guard nor a prisoner, it makes very little sense to suspect Mr. Singh. Oh! Now what? I think you might be the premature one here, Edgeworth. And to think you were the one accusing me of being hasty. Did you only just work out what that word means? I identify Mr. Saint as a suspect faster than pretty much anybody else. And around the race, when it came out picking out the crucial evidence too. I'm quick to draw, you see. But hasty? Not at all. You're right that Mr. Saint isn't a guard or a prisoner here, but he was. Eustace. Judge Gavelle. What out, Gavelle? I've got him right where I want him. Forgive me, Eustace, but if I may, while the particulars of the suspects are indeed fascinating, don't we have something a little more impressive to share with the prosecutor? Something more impressive? If you don't mind, Mr. Edgeworth, Eustace made an ingenious deduction concerning the murder weapon. Perhaps you would like to hear it? Yes, of course, that! I remembered, Gavelle. Listen to this, Edgeworth, and prepare to be amazed!
Objection!
Will this ingenious deduction explain why Mr. Saint was arrested? Let's just say, you won't be disappointed. Judge Gavelle deliberately diverted the conversation away from my line of questioning. What exactly is she up to? Suspicious much?
עכשיו מוזיקה טובה יותר. מוזיקה מתאימה.
Fact 1! The murder weapon was some sort of metal blade. Fact 2! Potentially dead blades are strict control within the prison walls, as we both know. From these two facts, I concluded the weapon in question must have come from outside. It must have been hidden inside the chess set. That's what I think, anyway. And since the only prints we found in the chess set belong to the victim and the suspect, I'd say it's blindingly obvious who brought the weapon in and used it, wouldn't you? If nothing else, this testimony is a little more comprehensible than the last. Another winning deduction. Brought to you by one winner Eustace, prosecutor extraordinaire. More like one winner, useless prosecutor extraordinaire, if you ask me. But how could anyone even hide a weapon inside that chess set? Good question. Why don't you take a look for yourselves? Inside the chessboard? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Silly כבר.
There's nothing here but chess pieces. That laugh is really something. Most
pretty convinced that the weapon was hidden in here somewhere. I better take a closer look. How about Bob?
Oh, finally!
What? This stiff lining at the top opens like a flap door.
Whoa! There's plenty of room in there!
Indeed. More than enough to hide something like a small knife.
Ingenious, no? The weapon snuck the weapon in by.
Objection!
Huh.
Huh? What do you mean, huh? Let me finish, will you?
I fear you've not been listening, Mr. Witter. Or perhaps you've simply forgotten. The detention center is outfitted with a security gate.
Huh? I mean, yeah, man.
The security gate also acts as a metal detector, Eustace. We must pass for another one on the way into the prison itself, remember?
Yes, that's right. Of course I remember.
אז איך היה יכול להיות נשק? He definitely didn't. It would have been impossible to smuggle a metal blade through such a gate into the facility. Which would seem to blow a rather large hole in your reasoning, Mr. Winner.
Overruled.
Ma. That gate is only used to scan people. Any items they bring into the facility are only subjugated to a courtesy check. Cursory check. Are you telling me that the chess set wasn't put through a metal detector? It should have been. Alas, it seems the guards have grown a little lax in that regard of late.
Very good. Thank you, Gaval.
It was my pleasure. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination? It's like she's holding a trial. Well, no matter. Let's see how well this indigenous deduction of Mr. Winner holds up, shall we?
אבל היה שינוי בסאבג'קט!
שצריך לעשות הגשל. My weapon has some sort of metal blade. Potentially that blades are still controlled within the prison walls, as we both know. These two facts that could the weapon in question must have come from outside. Must have been hidden away inside the chest set. And this is the only prints we found in the chest set that belonged to the victim. It's unsuspect. Well, it's obvious we brought the weapon and used it, don't you?
Hold it!
Outside? What does that mean exactly?
The opposite of inside, you numbskull.
Was there an attempt at clarification or put down? Because it clearly accomplished neither. What Eustace means to say is that it must have been brought in from outside the prison by Mr. Saint.
Honestly, Edgeworth, if you haven't figured it out by now, you're never bigger loser than I thought.
The feeling is mutual, believe me.
Mr. Saint clearly brought the murder weapon into the prison. The question is how?
Chest set. And only found pens for the victim of the suspect. I'd say it's obvious who brought the weapon and used it.
Hold it!
A metal blade, you say? And do you have any evidence to support this?
You mean you didn't even look at the victim's injuries?
Why am I not surprised, you third-rate?
Not to me! A fatal blow as a stab wound to the neck. It was delivered by a knife-like blade. That much is obviously beyond doubt. It appears that they're not aware of a certain other piece of information. Last 3 words, are we? I'll just keep going. The deductions don't end there, you know. Security footage אני מנחש?
Objection!
לא. נעשה פה ברוט פורס.
Objection! Overruled.
וואו. Oh God!
Objection!
Huh? Dog chest piece of it. Or the course, it's hard.
Objection!
Okay, the liars.
Overruled. Objection!
No.
Overruled. Objection!
לא, הסבירו את זה שזה היה bypass.
Objection!
Nope. Couldn't control the person walls as we both know.
Objection! Objection! Overruled.
זה משהו פה. They're not aware of a certain other piece of information. אולי זה?
Objection!
They're not aware of a certain... רגע, מה הוא אומר? מה הוא אומר? Mel Blade. Do you have any evidence? You didn't look at the victim's injuries, but I'm surprised. Fair wound was a stab wound. And it was delivered by a knife-like blade. I want you to obvious.
Oh, such an other piece of information.
Hold it!
The fact that such objects are silly and controlled doesn't mean they're actually forbidden.
Well, no, I mean, some of the prisoners use scissors to cut the animal's hair, and
that avenue of inquiry was concisely pursued, as you no doubt recall, Eustace.
yeah, so only one blade object has been signed out by a single prisoner at the time of the incident. The item was tested for traces of blood, but none were found.
I suppose it was the fact the scissors Mr. Sowett was using.
No, there's no blade. The blade in question came from inside the prison.
זה לא יכול להיות בפריזן, מפה הוופן היה outside.
Hold it!
Oh well, a piece of evidence. That was attacked and his keys including the one in the cell were stolen. They have yet to run very good.
Objection! Overruled! Objection! Overruled! Objection! Overruled! Objection! Overruled!
אני פשוט ניגש לגולד פאשן ברוט פורס!
Objection! Overruled! Objection!
רגע, חשבתי שזה זה.
Objection! Overruled! Objection! Hold it!
But no murder weapon would have spawned at the crime scene, and there's nothing inside the chessboard either. I'm curious, Mr. Winner. Do you also have thoughts about where this weapon might be? Well, the perpetrator must have hidden it somewhere in the prison. Is there a problem with his claim? Okay. He hid someone inside the prison. That seems unlikely. In fact, I can prove that's not the case. Evidence suggests the murder weapon isn't hiding somewhere in the prison. Is that a wiped floor? Or security footage?
Take that! Overruled. Take that! Overruled. Take that! Overruled.
I thought what was gone, the guard was assigned to the night to his spell wasn't actually conscious of a single blow. Guard's keys, the holding cells was stolen, but Knight denied having taken them. Knight's cell was subsequently thoroughly searched, but no keys were found.
Take that! Overruled. Take that! Overruled.
הסיכוי שזה נוצר בשביל לעשות לי טרול.
Take that! Overruled. Take that! Overruled.
Okay.
Take that! Overruled. Take that! Overruled. Take that!
The city has options.
Hold it!
And would you care to name this person? It's elementary, my dear fellow. The killer is you. But Mr. Saint isn't here right now. Mr. Winner's having a moment, Kay. Try not to rub it in. Oh, I get it. He wanted to play Great Detective. He wanted to play Great Detective, huh? If you guys are done mocking me.
The deductions in his previous testimony stank worse than a stink. Than skank.
He was also bailed out by Judge Cavell's wisdom, or rather her own deductions. Things are going to get real fast if she's our real opponent. Any bright ideas, Mazzarino? Of course. There is one fact Mr. Winner and Judge Cavell not aware yet. The line of reasoning may be solid at first glance, but there's actually a giant gaping hole in it? Now that's what I like to hear. If we press them for more information, the line of reasoning should reveal itself soon enough. I just need to find the correct angle of attack. Oh! Hang on. Oh, אני טמבל! אני אשכרה טמבל!
Hold it!
Statement 4. יש problem. בגלל שאין אתה עשית את הסרט.
Take that!
I'm still starting to worry about your memory, Mr. Winner. Didn't you and the good judge search the prison with Warren Lagarde? Or didn't you fail to find a likely murder weapon? Oh, ouch!
Well, yes, but I guess you just missed it, that's all. Wow, way to undermine yourself.
You saying we're searching wasn't entirely thorough? You, the so-called winning rookie?
Stop making fun of me!
Eustace? אני הולכת פה לדבר כמו הטוריאל שאני באמת. Calm yourself. Breathe deeply. Do not allow your opponent to get under your skin.
You're right. I'm a winner! Why should I let a third-grade attorney
loser like Edge Warflash here get under my skin? זה צורה חדשה להשתמש בטקסט? I'll thank you to leave my name out of this.
Well, I'm Kay Faraday, and I'm A-OK!
Not you too, please.
Look, it's simple. Since my first investigation don't turn up any weapon, it means there wasn't one to find. Which leaves only one possibility. The murderer took the weapon with him when he left the prison.
אדוני!
איך הוא נכנס לפריזן? That's why we couldn't find it when we looked, obviously.
Objection!
But what you are proposing is impossible. And this proves why the culprit couldn't possibly have taken the weapon out of the prison with them. Ah, metal detector!
Take that!
No memory troubles, Mr. Winner. Now you're forgetting things you yourself said.
Are you making fun of me? Again?
Oh, so you remember what I said. But perhaps you might be better served by remembering this. What's that?
LOL! Wait, does he seriously not remember?
It would certainly seem that way. There's a security gate at each of the entrances to the detention center and the prison proper. Coming from the prison, anyone leaving the facility would have had to pass through both of them. 2 gates, both fitted with metal detectors.
Oh, wait, now I remember! Looks like he got his memory back!
So, as you can see, there's no way anyone could have taken a weapon out through both gates. And therefore, there's no way the murder weapon could have left the building.
Ow! In which case, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you would care to tell us where you think the murder weapon might be.
It is still here on the premises. That's the only plausible conclusion to be drawn. But we searched the prison from top to bottom and couldn't find anything!
Because you were never going to find anything to begin with.
And when you were laboring under the misconception that it's a blade you were looking for.
Yeah! We know the truth about what happened to Mr. Knight. We've seen it with our own eyes.
That is quite a claim. I assume you have the evidence to support it. What is the weapon that was used to commit the crime? Take a look at this, Judge Deville. And the weapon used in this case will become clear.
Take that!
This is a footage taken from a security camera trained on Knight's holding cell. Now, watch for yourselves and see.
What? But how?
This footage captures the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. More than sufficient proof of how he really died, wouldn't you say? Yes, it is certainly significant. So now we know that Knight was in fact killed in his cell by a vicious dog. A dog that moved the victim's body to the prison workshop post-mortem. We know this thanks to the eyewitness who saw the dog in the workshop when the body was discovered. Of course, I think we can all agree that there is no way the dog could have planned such a crime itself. Indeed, I fear it may be his handiwork after all.
Overruled!
That's quite enough of that, Mr. Edgeworth. Judge Govell? You are correct that this footage is an important piece of evidence. But it also raises an important new question. A question that I suspect you have also been asking yourself. Oh, רגע! Oh my god! זה קצת מבלבל אותי כי אם מסתכלים על הפודג' אפשר לראות שזה בעצם שומר שנעלם שנתקע בעצם על ידי הכלב, אבל זה אומר פה שזה הוויקטום. זה בלבל אותי עד שעכשיו אני חושב על זה. מה אם נייט, מה אם ברונקו התחפש בעצם כשומר? ואז אחר כך בודהוד או איך שקוראים לכלב תקף אותו. זה מסביר למה הג'קט למטה. A question that I suspect you also have been asking yourself. She's right. There's one major problem with my version of the events. The black dog, the one that belonged to one of the inmates. How did he move between the holding cells and the prison proper at will? Oh!
How do we answer that one, Mr. Edgeworth?
טוב, זה obvious בעיניי. גם אפילו שקאנס הוא עיוור. הוא עדיין משחק שחמט עם ברונקו. A.K.A. יש עוד משהו פה. זה אומר שהכלב הזה עזר, הוא בעצם זה שהעביר את החוקים.
How do we answer that one, Mr. Edgeworth?
Truth is, I don't know yet.
Of course not. Can it, Wonder Boy? You didn't even notice there was a problem.
Overruled!
Until the defense provides an adequate explanation, the court cannot accept your line of logic. That is all. This court is adjourned.
But wait, there's still so much more to explore.
Overruled.
Bitch!
Court is no longer in session, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would be so kind as to leave the courtroom.
Court was never in session in the first place.
Once again, this court is such a...
Objection!
We may not have all the answers yet, but you haven't explained anything either regarding Mr. Saint.
What do you mean?
Just as we don't know yet how the dog made it into one of the detention center's holding cells, you can't know how Mr. Saint could have made it inside the detention center, let alone the prison either. He would have been allowed as far as the visitor's room to see his friend, but no further. So it's hard for me to conceive how he could have committed a crime in a place he had no access to. זאת השאלה, מאיפה יש את המעבר? Judge Gravel, I believe it's your turn to provide some proof. Proof that Simeon Saint was able to enter the prison.
Overruled.
You wish for the court to provide you with proof. Highly irregular, but very well.
What? They actually have something.
Now seems like a good time to as any. And I suppose you have been kind enough to share your own theories on the case. What's she building up to here? Mr. Edgeworth, I suppose you don't know what Mr. Saint does for a living, so allow me to fill you in. He is a circus performer.
Oh. What?
Yes, perhaps you've heard of the very big...
Oh my god, the canna picked up! Ugh!
You see it now, I assume. As I'm sure you are aware, a show was held yesterday for the prisoners' entertainment. A new show featuring animals and performers, performed by members of the Very Big Circus. So, does that mean Mr. Saint? Yes. Mr. Saint was allowed inside the prison as part of that show.
למה אחד מהפנים האלה שהיה בעצם דומה לשר של לארי?
A fact that has been confirmed beyond reasonable doubt.
She held on to that fact until the last possible moment. She had me run with my own theory, and only afterwards did she use it to reveal the truth. Wait.
Hard off, Gavel!
אריגלו, מה זה? זה פלashback טכנית. That's why she stirred him onto a different topic back then too.
I got you good, didn't I, you third-rate prosecutor?
This has nothing to do with you.
Gentlemen, this court is well and truly adjourned. If I may offer a word of advice, Mr. Edgeworth. Your conduct as a prosecutor is already in question. You would do well to remember that you were removed from this case for that precise reason.
What are you trying to say?
That the committee reserves the right to confiscate your badge at any time. Should you wish to retain it, you would do well to avoid crossing paths with us again.
Is that a threat?
The goddess of justice is compassionate. Mr. Edgewolf, but she's not endlessly forgiving. Oh, and one last thing. You are no defense attorney. Abandon this foolish pretense. Thank you for your concern, but I do not abandon anything. What I start, I finish. Well, do try to remember that the two jobs are not one and the same. And our defense attorney is expected to develop something of a bond with their client. Next time, finding out your client's real occupation might be a good place to start. Now, I really must be going. May the goddess of justice watch over you all.
Wow.
So, Simeon lied to us.
Not just you two. Guy took me for a ride too. What's his deal? Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're not having second thoughts about all this, are you, Mozzie boy? Judge Cavell is a tough cookie, but that doesn't mean you can just give up give up the ghost. The defense never rests, a wise man once said. And that goes for associates too.
Don't worry, Mr. Fender. I have no intention of resting. Nevertheless, our assumptions that Mr. Saint can't have entered the prison has been proven false. Which means we'll need to restart our investigation from square one, I'm afraid.
זה לא כיף, זה לא כיף בכלל. לפחות עשיתי כמה דברים באותו הזמן, עשיתי 2 achievement'ים. היום זה משהו. אז אני אסיים את הפרק של היום פה. אז כן. כאן היה ירין, פגע בסרטון הערב הבא של גיימס גיימס, מקווה שנהנתם. וירין, אאוט. ביי חברים, מקווה שאתם נהנים.